Hello and thanks for tuning in to Simply Southern today. I'm Kevin Worthington.
And I'm Mary Wilson. On today's show, we've got a brand new batch of farm news in our Rural Roundup. And our friends at the Alabama Cooperative Extension System will explain aquaponics.
It's a chance to get outdoors, it's challenging, and most of all, it's a lot of fun. No wonder shooting sporting clays is one of the fastest growing sports. Today on Simply Southern, we're visiting a place that's been throwing clays since 1990. Selwood Farm in Talladega County.
And I'm Stacy Little. Today in the kitchen, we're putting a peach twist on a classic chess pie. Y'all stay tuned.
Most of us don't give a second thought to bees, except of course when they're buzzing around our face and being annoying. But they're arguably one of the most important animals when it comes to producing the clothes on our backs and the food in our bellies.
More than 85% of the world's flowering plants depend on some sort of pollinator, and many of those flowers become the food and fiber that we depend on.
Pollinators are so important to life on Earth that Auburn University has dedicated an entire lab to studying bees, wasps, and other insects, and to solving some of the problems that threaten them.
Everybody in Alabama and many others across the country are familiar with Auburn University's mascot, Auburn. These, meanwhile, are all bees. While not as exciting as the biggest tiger fan on campus, these little critters are arguably a lot more important to our daily lives.
In Alabama, we have a relatively small specialty crop industry that relies on pollination, but for those producers that are really growing those crops, super important to have great pollinators. It's not just honeybees, native bees, unmanaged bees are also helping with that pollination. So that's one avenue, is just promoting those farms and of course the food that they then distribute, that we eat here in Alabama and just maybe across the region or even the country.
Because they play such a crucial role in food and fiber production, the Bee Lab is researching ways to make these bugs' lives better. Their top priority is controlling a parasite called the varroa mite.
If you leave your colony unattended and you do not treat for varroa mites, your colony will be dead within a year or two. And so it's like one of the biggest issues. And so there's different things that you can do to kind of mitigate these mites, different treatments that you can use, but obviously you have to have treatments that work. And so that's something, and it's pretty tough to kill a mite when you're trying not to kill the bees too.
It's interesting to note that honeybees are not native to North America. Settlers brought them over from Europe. But there are thousands of other species of bees that are native and also benefit from the Bee Lab's work.
Right now we have a macro photography setup where we take pictures of bees and wasps and flies, just pollinators in general. The main thing is to take pictures for people to see, as outreach. What do native bees look like? How diverse are they? The other part of that is to use those pictures for keys. So in the United States alone, there's 4,000 native bee species. And to separate them out in some cases is extremely difficult. So if you have good pictures of those representative species, it makes it easier for everybody to basically tease those species out to get the right species designation.
In addition to the work going on at the Bee Lab, researchers say we can all do simple things that will benefit pollinators, like planting native flowers in your garden or on your porch or balcony. They say anything that benefits bees will ultimately benefit each of us.
We're just so closely interacting or connected with them, just like we are with many other species out there. So yeah, just promoting the health of those bees will have trickle-down effects to other organisms, including us. And just think about when you're eating breakfast and having those blueberries or almonds, or your dinner with some kind of pickle or cucumber. I mean, that's all because of bee pollination.
Now, one byproduct of studying bees is that the folks at the Bee Lab have lots of honey that they bottle. Now, if you look on the back of this bottle, there's a QR code, and if you scan it, it'll take you to a website that tells you everything about it. Where it was produced, who harvested the honey, who bottled it, even what to do if it crystallizes on you.
Well, now, of course, I've had honey that has crystallized on me. What is the best thing to do?
Well, Dr. Williams says it's perfectly safe to eat as it is. Honey never goes bad. But if you want to return it to its sticky goodness, just run some warm water over the bottle and it'll return to a liquid state.
All right, that's a good tip to know. Now, sporting clays has been described as golf with a shotgun. Up next on Simply Southern, we'll learn why the sport is gaining more and more followers. It might just pull you in, too.
Alpha Insurance offers farm owner policies to protect everything you've worked so hard for. With liability coverage, you're protected against claims for bodily injury or property damage due to farming incidents. Coverage is also included for medical payments to others and first aid expenses. For more information about farm owner policies, visit alphainsurance.com. These Alpha Insights are proudly presented by Alpha Insurance.
No matter the herd you tend to, or the type of seeds you sow, Farm Bureau Bank understands the lifestyle and financial needs of our neighbors. We're here to help grow traditions, give back to agricultural communities, and offer financial convenience for your unique way of life. Whether it's personal or business, we are committed to serving you and your financial needs. Please give us a call and we'll get started today.
A farmer has to live on faith. We do all we can do, but we can only control so much.
Alabama is the second largest poultry growing state in the nation, so we're trying our best to grow all the corn we can for that.
What we produce not only feeds and clothes all of the United States, but about half of what we make goes on to the world market.
We've been able to improve yields, have some things that can help us produce a better crop. I'm proud of the product we make and proud that I can say I'm an Alabama farmer.
When you look around for information and answers to your everyday questions, how do you know who to trust? Alabama Extension takes Auburn and Alabama A&M universities to the people. As educators, we are trusted partners in every county, providing valuable and practical ways to better our homes, farms, health, and communities. Our research extends knowledge and improves lives. Learn more at aces.edu.